Cheers.
You
took a shot and just sipped it.
I think I took more than a little shot because he wants to talk about something. He don't want a shot. He been drinking since 5 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah, I'll catch up. All right, We Need Answers podcast is episode 71. Wait a minute. Did you start?
Right.
What you say your name was again? Letitia. All right. Start from the top.
And Mook.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. We Need Answers podcast episode 71. We got Miss Letitia in here today.
How y'all doing?
And I think we gonna bring this back to the Real Wyatt series. The Real Wyatt series, if you don't know, that's when we talk, like, get stories from just basically stories of being a product of Baltimore. Like, where you from, how you got everybody that I did these series with is always like a story, like, something they went through or just living growing up about Baltimore, period. And I think what I know so far this is gonna fit right with that. So part of this series. So this happened from a DM, and we was talking about, I guess, the most recent one. You caught the most recent one with Chris that I did. That's how you came across the page.
I saw your podcast like a few times.
Okay.
But then I've always wanted to like do one, but I wanted to do one with like a black person, per se, because you can kind of relate to the story.
Absolutely.
More so, and get the information out there because it can be inspiring to someone.
And that's always the purpose of these. So everyone, even the stories one, and even when it's not a story, is always, because you never know who's going through something. You never know who could relate. You never know, never told nobody, but hear this and be like, oh, that's exactly what I'm doing or went through, and they could share it with somebody else and just help. You just never know. So, of course, like I said earlier, I wasn't too familiar, so I had to do my research, and I talked to Dave. They've been on here before. Chauncey been on here before, and I was like, y'all know her? Y'all know her? They was like,
oh, yo, and Al Hammer.
So I said, I held that Dave. They was like, yeah, it's my homegirl. We used to go in the strip club together, all that. Like, she's serious, like, real one. Chauncey said the same thing. We used to work together. She definitely got a hell of a story. Like, serious one. She definitely a real one, like, solid story, solid person, like, nothing but good stuff. He was like she got a lot to talk about. I was like, perfect, that's all I need to hear. I ain't checking nobody else. So, kicked it off. Where you want to start from? All right, we'll start from the top. Like I said, we talked about Baltimore in this book. So, where you from in Baltimore?
I grew up in East Baltimore.
Okay.
I grew up kind of not too privileged, but above the normalcy of what they would put the label of Baltimore City would be. I think more so I want to get the story out there because people are afraid to talk about breaking generational curses.
Important.
I feel like sometimes you get used for that, and you have to pay attention to, I guess, the intuition that God will place in you, so that you can, either you're going to stay the same or you're going to break it and you're going to change and you're going to climb mountains and get higher. Right. So that was more so my reason. I know it's a lot of people that deal with family members that have drug issues, family members that are incarcerated in and out, having a lack of resources or, just things in general, just feeling trapped, like they can't make it out.
Right.
And I think the main thing is, I'm not, because when I get to talking, I don't want people to think like I'm all holier than thou now and this and that, because I'm not. I just think that in life, progress, but you also have to tap into the signs of reality. True. And it's just as simple as that. True. So if you want to call it spiritual, you call it spiritual. You want to call it being a realist, you can call it what you want, but it's called being smart so that life can kind of be easy for you. You still have your hiccups, but it's still just it's just so smooth sailing. So it gets into me having a new baby and why I named him. His name is Cruz. Okay. So it'll end, on that note. Okay. But, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So pretty much I grew up, like I said, kind of or whatnot. I always had like a bunch of friends and things like that. I was the only girl in my household as far as sibling wise or whatnot. I had an older brother.
Okay.
So, you know, you kind of be a spoiled brat a little bit or whatnot. I think for me, I was always a hothead.
Okay. Temper.
Real bad.
Okay.
I think I did have issues with probably being a friend at one point because I grew up, with just really me. So how do you really know how to really be a friend to other people? So sometimes you're obnoxious, you're selfish when it's really not
personal.
Yeah. Right. So I have been blessed with half and half good and bad, you know, friends or whatnot. And I'm sure people probably feel the same way about me. And guess what? Good. You heard me. One thing. You heard me.
Right. That ain't kicking in.
Yeah. Look, I ain't had time to be bull cracking. They probably listen. They probably saying, "Oh, I can't believe this bitch on here."
I mean,
everybody
got
but it is, you know, but some realness.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I had half.
Yeah.
So, you know, just growing up, some of the things, some of the signs that you don't pay attention to, and other people didn't pay attention to. With my mistakes, that I wasn't a good person either. I think I fell victim to being with the wrong people that really served me no purpose when I should have been going another way.
Okay.
I had plenty of opportunities put in front of me, and I chose to choose my heart sometimes with love. I chose stupidity, you know, being a it girl, being this, upholding this image or upholding this respectability that you think you're supposed to uphold. And that's the main, I think, breakup for Baltimore City.
Yeah.
Most people try
especially with social media.
I mean, because before, you know, social media was out, but it wasn't as out as it is today.
Ain't had much impact.
No, not on life like how it does today. So, you know, we more so were more face to face with things where so now it's not like that. Right. So, yeah, I kind of went through my trials and tribulations. I was a party girl. That's how I ended up where we bought the gum. So I was a party girl, and I had some friends, and we were out, you know, whatnot, in a situation, and we got into an altercation. And
what before you go, what era was this? What years was this?
This
was Hammerjack's era. This was what? This was Lux era. Dubai, like what?
Dubai.
Okay.
No, what's that? Redwood Trust.
Oh, okay. So
and
this
whatever
is back
that
then?
club, yeah.
Okay.
This is Redwood Trust days.
All right. So what year was
so
this?
It's gonna be some people that watch this. That's some OGs that gonna
be
like,
yeah. The Redwood Trust. That was before all
that's
the other
like
names.
2007, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. 2007, 8 or whatnot.
Okay.
So, but that was fun times. That was when Jeezy came out with that.
Yeah, every time I think about Dubai, I think about Jeezy because he was down that bitch every week.
Yeah, like that was the days when Gucci Mane was coming up. Like we had real performance coming to
and real fun.
Yeah,
it was real fun
for us or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think our stuff was a little bit more vicious as far as crime wise back then because it wasn't being talked about as loudly
that's true
as it is today. So true. I always thank God, like thank you, because I could have ended up on that other side, you know, but he spared me and sent me to where I was at. So, you know, me and my friends were out and we got into an altercation, and we didn't know these people just like they didn't know us. We didn't set out to do anything, you know, to them or anything like that. But one of the girls died. I shit on myself.
So y'all got into it at the club?
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine
like y'all just got the rumbling. In the
you
club?
Get what I'm saying? Like imagine they come in and they like, I mean, the police just pull you over and you just thinking it's a random. You get what I'm saying? Stop. But they pulling you over because they know that the girl is on the scene dying. But we don't know that.
Okay. Oh, okay. So y'all just thought it was a regular old
fight. Yeah. And then we just got out of there. Because we want to make it to safety just like anybody else would. Right. And, you know, it's just a random stop. So we thinking, but it ain't no random stop. We got sent to homicide.
Oh shit.
So, you know, you get that homicide. I mean, honestly, life really flashed before your eyes when my whole process for telling this story, because like if her friends see it or her family members or things like that, like I take it very, very seriously.
Okay.
Like I have went through so much in life, so many trials and tribulations where it has led me to what I just said of you gotta pay attention to life's realities and the intuitions that, you know, whoever you pray to or whomever is sending you, and you gotta just make sure that you make the right decision so you don't end up in a bad position. So you know, that happened or whatnot, and you know, you see stuff on TV and you like, Dad, you know, they got you people going to court on TV like Law and Order and stuff like that. Like, no, it's really like deeply serious when it's you sitting there, because it's really strangers that know nothing about you, that just know a paragraph. That may be 350 words.
And it could be anything.
You get what I'm saying? True. And I'm breaking it down like this because for the younger generation that watches your show too, like in a blink of an eye, this is how you will be perceived. And everybody be acting like they so cut out for this, but they don't be cut out for what really get ready to go down.
And you don't know until you're in that situation. You can say you is, but you don't know until you're in that situation. At the end of the day, you have to realize, and I learned this inside of the prison, you have to take the label off of people and just put them as people. So a judge can get up that day and might have had a shitty night. And that going into court, he taking that with him into court.
And he doesn't really want to, or not she doesn't want to. And then that day, you get life.
You fuck. Yeah, true.
You that's get what I'm saying?
That's a great perspective.
And people don't want to talk about that, but that's the truth. That's
human.
Any type of thing. That's just like when we behind the wheel of a car and somebody do something to us and look how quick we go off or something like that, you know. So okay, that happens or whatnot. And
was this your first time getting in trouble with the law?
As an adult, yes, not as a juvenile, but something so serious, yes.
Okay.
So it kind of like rocked me, you know. So you know, just going through this and you having your life together, like you thinking you got everything in order. I used to say this, and if any of my friends are watching this, they're going to start laughing. I used to drive German, drink French, and rock Italian.
Okay, I like that.
If it wasn't about that, I didn't give a goddamn what was going on. You hear me?
Yeah, I like that.
So, you get what I'm saying? You feel like you young, you live in it. You get what I'm saying? You're not broke. You can do for yourself. You know, you got a couple guys that's chasing you and things like that. You know, you really thinking you doing something, and then one day, all of a sudden, everybody that's acting like that they your friends are no longer your friends.
Went ghost.
No longer your friends.
Oh, talk about that.
It was fucked up.
And this is why you was in?
Out and.
So when you got arrested, did you have a bail or did you have to
this is the thing. So I mean, so what I look at it like is, so when we first got there, my I had a co-defendant. My co-defendant, more people knew her. So anybody that has been involved in any crime, when more people know you, that's who they point the finger more to, until the prosecutor gets in Doug's all, you know, whatever he needs to do to form the case to bring it to, you know, the trial or whatnot. So they kept her. But I knew that they were going to come back for me as well too. You know, so
how many y'all was it?
Sorry. It was 3 of us. But they only kept 2 of us. Me and my co-defendant. And I don't think that the other person should have gotten. I always say that since day one. They did have to go through the system and cop out to some stuff, but I still feel like they railroaded that person. You get what I'm saying? I get it. It was something that was a low ball, but we adults, so it stays on your in your mind. You think that it stays on your record. So if it was me, the heart that I had back then, because I don't know if I would be able to fight no shit like that today. But the heart that I had, I'ma just keep it real. Cause niggas be acting like they can go through that 50 times. Shit, it laid me down. You hear me?
So it changed you.
What? Yes. So you know, the system is, I feel like, designed to set you up, to put this cloud over your mind, to give you this judgment. for you to perceive yourself like they are perceiving you.
Right. Make you turn it. Yeah. That's how they make you turn on
You get what I'm
people and all
saying?
that. Yeah.
But
yeah,
in the heat of
yeah.
the moment, the average person is on drugs.
True.
The average person is drinking heavily,
Uh.
probably sexing,
Uh.
selling a bunch of drugs to pay for lawyers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Working a whole bunch of hours to pay for a lawyer if they out and you know what I'm saying can do that much. So what is your mind in the right state of mind? You just want to quickly do what the best thing is, and it's set up to design to do that so that you don't fight.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So that's why a lot of the times when people do fight, they beat it.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
When you got the right representation
Yeah.
to speak for you,
Right.
to understand different clauses and laws and things like that, because later on down the road, you're going to need those clauses and laws to get you to the finish line.
That's why it's important when they tell people, like, don't lie to your lawyer.
Well,
people will go.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you should be telling them people know 100% of nothing. And
your lawyer?
I said it.
For real?
I said
Why
it.
you feel like that?
Because at the end of the day, they still took an oath with the state.
Okay.
They still took an oath with the state.
So I say that because
I feel like they played 50-50. I feel like at the end of the day, it was an election year and we were two black girls and they thought that we ain't had no fighting and they thought we ain't had no support.
So do you feel like that was wrong representation, or do you feel like that's just how it is, period?
I just feel like that's just how it is because I had a great lawyer.
Okay.
He's deceased now, Jack Rubin.
Okay.
A lot of people probably heard of him back in those times. Just like that lady at one point, she had a bunch of cases. I cannot think. Margaret Mead.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of cases. You get what I'm saying and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you get what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's all about paying off favors too.
My whole point.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying?
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So you go through that and you lose a bunch of friends. And I'm gonna be honest with you. At the time when you're going through that and you losing a friend, you do feel like, oh, fuck people and this and that. But now today, I don't feel like that.
Okay.
I don't have any bitterness in my heart today for anybody. And that's involved in my story. And that's why it was important for me to tell it too, because, people split us up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always wanted us to rock out like how men rock out with cases. Majority of men rock out with cases. They go through that. Right. I ain't gonna say all of them. Majority rock out together and they come together. Nobody can come between them, and they had that brotherhood or whatnot. We didn't really have that.
Okay.
It was a bunch of people in the mix, but you do understand that it's women too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And these were these women that you referencing, even the ones in your situation and your friends, were they really like you thought they were the ones like?
Yeah, no, I thought they were my friends.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it wasn't no like I ain't even like.
No, I thought these people were like my friends.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And anybody that knows me that has had a close relationship with me or who has ever like just watched me personally from afar, they know that has always been my downfall.
Okay.
It's
Friends.
just right.
Okay.
I don't have
trusting them too much.
I think me being more to them than they would ever be to me.
Okay. Just loyal by fault.
My point.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And today I still struggle with that, even in business deals, all types of stuff. I be having to consult with my friends that I have today. I absolutely love them. So I be having to consult with them and be like, listen, what am I doing? Or my clients or stuff like that. So So when you go through that, you feel like you're losing everything in life. For one, I had a son. I was in school trying to be a nurse. I was in the hair salon working and stuff. I liked to party. I was having fun and things like that. How I ended up partying like that is, at the time, the love of my life had got all this time. And I ain't really had nobody to like really talk to or nothing like that. So I started partying too much or whatnot.
That took your mind off of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of, because I was a young mom, I really didn't have the guidance or anybody that I felt like I could go to and be as raw as I am today out in the open and don't care about who's going to judge. You get what I'm saying? And things like that. So
how old was you at the time in that situation?
I was 21.
Oh wow, you was real young.
Yeah.
Okay. That's that
just
age.
at the peak.
Yeah.
I ain't even really hit the peak.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? You don't get a chance when you really go through a situation like this you don't get a chance to go back and try to do it. You just gotta move forward and hit at the high note and keep going higher. You can't try to climb a mountain. You just gotta hit at that high and go. You get what I'm saying? But it's a lot of work, you know. But you go through a situation like this and you lose so much. You lose yourself. You go through doubts. You lose family members. You lose friends. You lose work. You know, you have the world. You feel like it's judging you from the outside and you scared to death. You gotta stand 10 toes strong and stand strong. You get what I'm saying? And stand up there, because from the streets, the G code is what?
Don't say nothing.
You can't rap and you gotta take whatever time they gonna give you. So that's how I took it on the chin.
So why you feel like people started getting ghosts though? Like you, because of what it was, or because it was just like, oh, she just gone and she ain't coming
So
back?
when because we all had different friends.
Okay.
So when different friends got in the mix, different friends had opinions, different friends started telling other different friends different things. So then those conversations got to these different friends. And you know, at that time, like we already said, social media didn't impact us that much. It was more so we gossiped in person or when we was out or at parties and things like that. So word would travel fast. Like everybody knows still right now, word of mouth is the fastest form of travel. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of things was being said about me. And you know, when you are an it girl, you have a lot of people that don't like you.
Yeah, true.
And you secretly don't even know that these people don't even like you. Like, damn, I thought she liked me. You know, like, fuck.
That's when you start hearing.
What? I was like, whoa, I don't even know her. What is going on? I don't know him. Like, what's going on? Like, why is my name tied to this? And then you start to feel disgusted with yourself because you feel like, oh my God, everybody's just gonna always think this about me. This is always going to be my life. So then this is where that depression comes in. This is where the system is designed to fail you, because you feel like this, you feel low, you just want to get rid of everything. So you're going to go with anything they do because you think that's the best thing for you at the time. So then you get caught up. You get what I'm saying? So I wound up getting 25 all suspended for 15 years.
So that's
at
10. 25 all suspended.
12.
12, okay.
If
my
you
bad,
don't
my bad.
get, if
That's
you don't,
that.
no. It is though.
Okay.
But because how the state is set up, you do parole, but you know parole ain't gonna give you.
Yeah.
So you gonna get that hit.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So at the age of 20. Yeah, sorry. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, so
at the age of 23, I got sentenced because you know it takes time for you to go to court. So I had a $500,000 bail.
Damn. Okay. 500,000.
Big niches do that. You heard me. Big niches.
You bailed out?
What?
Okay.
Yeah. But
okay.
So back then, like we said, you want to uphold this image.
Yeah.
I was itching to pay my bill. Cause I'm tired of people talking about me. They got the story fucked up. Niggas was talking about me. Bitches was talking about me. Like they canceled me. They canceled me. I was canceled out the culture.
So out the culture.
I was fucking gone.
So you, when you hear that, are you thinking, I want to get home, I don't care? Or are you thinking like, at 21? Are you thinking
I was mad as shit about my son? I was mad as shit more so about my son.
So you wasn't thinking about the
I was thinking about that too, because I had a lot of people that I thought were my friends. And a lot of people, if they were in my situation, I would have bust that cash wide open, or I would have kept in contact. I have done things like this. You get what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? When it came to me, it was like, not me. Like, not my village. You get what I'm saying? Like, not my village. And then, like, you so afraid because, like, you don't know what's going to happen with your child. Like, his father is incarcerated. He's
how old was he at the time?
We both the same age. I'm 35 now.
No, I'm talking about your son.
At the time, he was 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because I left when he
was... So that's a crucial time.
3, about to be 4.
Okay, that's crucial because he little.
Because I left when he was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and came back when he was 10, get ready to be 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I was more so worried about him because I didn't really want anything to happen to him. It's a lot of things that can happen to kids if they get put in the system and things like that. I just was so afraid for myself. At this moment, me and the person that I had caught the charge with were no longer friends. I decided that it was not safe to have a conversation. I ain't feel safe no more.
Cut off all ties.
I handled it like a straight. Anybody that really know me, and I'm gonna look at the camera. I'm not down to nobody. I'm not putting nobody to the side because we all did a lot of time. You get what I'm saying? We did a lot of time, and we did it like champs, and I'm gonna give her that.
Okay.
She did it like a champ, just like I did mine like a champ. But in those instances when it was going on, I handled it like a man was supposed to handle it, and I get why today certain things were going on that my men don't go through and they stick together because women mentally are not supposed to be prepared
for that type of situation.
Absolutely not. Because that's why I'm saying, keep saying the system is designed really to fail, because I feel like men have more resources inside and outside than women do in the prison world and outside the prison world when you get into jobs. You get what I'm saying? And things like that.
Y'all ain't had jobs.
We didn't really have a lot of things, you know, so going inside the prison, like
before you get to that, talk about that 2 years before you went to trial.
So before I went to trial, I was out on a $500,000 bail, and I just thought I think I'm this shit.
You were still hanging out and all that?
Yeah, you gotta live your life.
Okay.
I mean, anybody that been through what I'm going through, I don't care who judge me. You have to live your life. You can't just stop and sit in the house and cry. You get what I'm saying? You sit in the house and you don't live your life like how you normally do. You gonna end up in a black cloud.
Yeah, you want to take your mind off.
So I did tone it down a whole bunch. But I still live my life though. And I wasn't afraid to. You get what I'm saying? And I don't.
Stressed?
Absolutely, I was. But the mask that I had on, you wouldn't have been able to tell. So that's why it's important for me to tell this story, because people that was related to the victims, like, I was going through hell as I should have been. You get what I'm saying? Because I was involved in something that shouldn't have been involved in. And that's just as simple as that. I don't pat myself on the back or give myself a slap on the wrist. Like, no, I hold myself accountable. And I think that's why I've been able to get so far today, because I have been able to hold myself accountable, look in the mirror and say, look, girl, you need to change this, and that's not cute. And that was a mess, and that was people's daughters, and you don't know the effect that it's having on their life or their families.
The family of the victim was like coming at you?
No, not really. You know, like when we go to court and stuff, I expected them to be there as they were, you know, and things like that. I expected all of that. I would have been there too. You get what I'm saying? I'm not angry at anybody.
That's real. That's real, because a lot of people won't say that, but you gotta be
I'm not
real.
Angry at them.
If
they would have smacked the shit out of me in the hallway and tried to bank me and some more, what the fuck can I be mad about?
Somebody's life was lost.
You get what I'm saying? I can't be mad about that. So, you know what I'm saying? I just have accepted fate. Basically.
So that you said you was hanging out and
But me hanging out more so was because I just wanted to get a mental break.
Yeah, I understand
because
that.
I was like dealing with, I had to pay my lawyer. My lawyer was, I think, like $30,000 or something like that, you know, and then the bail had just got paid. It was a mess. It was just a lot, trying to uphold yourself, worried about how your life gonna be. Are you gonna have a life? Are you gonna make it back home? In situations like this, we know how they can end. Are you even gonna make it back home? So, you know, you go through that, and this is what absolutely hindered, not say hindered, replayed in my mind my whole prison stay. Me putting on the armor of shield like everything was okay fucked me over in front of the judge. Because the judge took it like
she don't care.
It was like I was a cold bitch. But that's the only way that I knew how to process so much. It was like you out in public. At that time, you know, you see people and that's how you know them. Not off of a damn picture. You get what I'm saying? So it felt smaller actually.
So the judge said that?
Basically. It was like if it act like a duck, quack like a duck, it is a duck.
So the judge basically said you ain't care what happened.
Yeah.
Because of you being out or because of how you was on the stand?
No, just how I was just pretty in court.
Okay.
Like I was cold.
Okay.
I was cold. I came to court high shit every day.
For real?
I was nodding in that bitch. I was drunk.
But you were just trying to take your mind off of this.
I just didn't know what to deal with.
Yeah.
And it was cold as shit in there all day. I wasn't being in there all day cold like that. You had to be drunk so you can kind of suck up the air in that bitch. They got you dressed like I can't even say prima donna, but you get what I'm saying if I say prima donna.
Yeah.
And I got on pointy toe, fucking kitten toe heels and shit. You feel me? Niggas told me with them kitten toe heels and them gray fucking pants and man,
so for somebody hearing this, you would recommend them like don't
man, you gotta show your emotions.
Okay.
I think when you show your emotions, it softens the situation.
That work in your favor.
And I'm not saying that to discredit the victims or anything like that, but anybody that would be in my situation would want to save themselves.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not only that, I owe them people that too.
You felt like they looked at it like she don't care too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, they probably did. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And that stuck with me for a long time because when I got down there, as a matter of fact, the girl's mother wound up doing a program at one time that was dealing with mothers.
Okay.
And
losing their kids type shit?
Not losing the kids, like just parenting skills.
Okay.
And I think that was helping her.
Okay.
But it freaked us out, me and my co-defendant, and I left and I went to Patuxent. You know what I'm saying? And Patuxent was smaller, you know, and things like that. And because Patuxent was smaller, it was harder. Patuxent really challenged me.
That's where you went once you finished. Like that's where they shipped you.
Yeah, like I went down the cut, the women's cut.
Okay.
And then from the women's cut, I went to Patuxent and I did I think I did 3 years at Patuxent. And then I did almost 2 down the cut. So
paint the picture. I had two things. I want you to paint the picture of a woman, because you hear a lot about men, like you know.
I can tell you from both sides, is a lot of people know I was a CO.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe that me being placed inside the correctional facility as a correctional officer prior to me getting in trouble was God's way of giving me a vision of if you don't clean it up, this is where you will be, because I was a mess.
Wow.
I was getting into accidents. You get what I'm saying? I was a drunken mess. I was young, had a baby, wasn't doing what I needed to do. Now, let me say this. I always financially took care of my child, and anybody that knows me know this. But as far as time-wise, I wasn't really doing what I would do today. You get what I'm saying? Because I was young and still partying and felt like I still wanted my life.
Which most young parents
you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So
try and balance that.
Right. You know. So I feel like me working there, I didn't take it for what it was. That was definitely
that's crazy that
oh no, that was definitely what it was. That was the vision to basically say, if you don't get it together, you gonna go to prison yourself. Yeah, definitely it was that. It was definitely that. Yeah. So being inside the men's prison. Wow.
You was working, which jail was you working at?
954 4th Street, the pen.
Okay.
The old penitentiary.
Okay.
The heart of the hard nights. When I came over there, they had just closed down the house.
Okay.
So you gotta think about back in the day when they got life, that's 20, 25 years, right? Yeah. So they sent all them people that had 5 years or less down there. I was down there with some ruthless niggas. Okay. You hear what I'm telling you? So this is why I said, when I got my time and I was dealing with my co-defendant, this is why I'm not bitter towards her and I don't hate her. I don't hate her anymore, because bitch, I hated you. But I don't hate your motherfucking ass no more, because
y'all still don't talk?
No, and I think it's okay. It's fine with me. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't think we never was
that
really.
Chapter's done.
I don't think we never was really friends. You get what I'm saying? We was just really hanging out, and you call it like, oh, that's my friend in this thing.
So before I want to ask this, come cut you off. So how do you feel about? Because I witness that a lot with females that I deal with and know. How do you? Because you see this that era. That's never going to stop with women. I think with people, period, but I think more with women that hang out because like it's a good look or it's fun hanging out with. How do you feel about that? Looking at it today versus then, like how do you feel about women hanging with women that's not really your friend?
I be looking at
What would your advice be to someone that's like that?
Man, don't be hanging with them bitches.
If they ain't your real friends, then don't do it. It ain't worth the
I
fun.
just feel like this. If you got a question, and I always say this to myself, because some people may feel like they got rid of me, and I feel like I got rid of them even before prison and after prison. But I am totally at peace today.
Okay.
I am where I'm supposed to be. I am with the friends I'm supposed to be, and I am gaining the new ones that I'm supposed to have. Yeah. So it's like, fuck what I went through. Right. It prepared me for today to appreciate the
journey.
Journey. You get what I'm saying?
That journey and that testimony is serious, because like when you said that fucked me up a little bit when you said you think that working in the jail was the eye opener. Like, no,
that was the vision.
The thing,
I'm not thinking that was the vision. Okay. That was the vision.
But who would have thought? Because I know at this time that you talking about, a lot of women was working in jails because they paid good money. Yeah. And a lot of people was working in jail. But the thing
is I was half and half. And a person can call it what they want. You can say playing in the devil's pool and half being godly. I was doing just that. Okay. And he said, girl, what is going on? Get your ass together. Yeah. You hear me? Right. And he spared me. Yeah. Because it is tragic what happened. But I do believe today that everybody has gotten something good out of the situation, even though it started off tragically bad. Nobody that it was involved in it can sit today after all these years and just maybe so, because I haven't experienced that. So let me clean that up and not be, sounding all not as remorseful and nothing like that, because I am. But for me, I felt like we all gained good out of the situation.
So do you feel like, and I want you to go at this, I want you to go into the whole prison thing, but do you feel like if you didn't get that lesson from all of what happened, do you think you would have got it any other way, or you think like, no, it's just, it had to have been something like this, because if I would have got
it had to have been something like that, because or else he just would have called me home. Okay. Because a lot of people, he knows me. He knows my heart. True. He know I ain't had no conscience. He knew I would go hard. He knew I was the friend that whatever beef was going on, I ain't even think twice about it. That's right. I mean that's who I am though, and still today, I hate to say it. I have cleaned it up a lot, but like, please
don't. You loyal to a fault?
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, just that situation, brought everybody to a place of humbleness. Okay. I would hope that it did, because it humbled me. Right. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. When you hear these things that people are saying about you, whether it was the friends that I thought that I had, the courts, you get what I'm saying, my family members, you get what I'm saying, just a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. Like, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Like, even today, I still have some family members that I still have not spoken to since that has happened. And even I be like, what? Because if it was a nigga, you would go hard for them. Accept it, You get what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
I'm telling this to tell people, like, forget who you lost. You got to focus on who you are. Right. And you got to tap into what you are supposed to tap into, so you can tap into your calling. Right. Because I think today I have tapped into my calling. Okay. Even though I am doing hair, but I feel like it's bigger than that. All my clients know my story. Okay. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like each of them take a piece of my story and live through that. Because some of them are living lives that their parents wanted them to live, because that's the generation they came up in. Yeah. So today it is too late to just up and walk away. Yeah. When you have made a lifestyle and a living all for it.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
I'm younger than most of them.
That's true.
So they live through me. That's even true. The younger generation. Maybe I can help them, stop them from being stupid. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying you can't hang out with associates and things like that, but you should know your limits, basically.
And I feel that way, because like I said, when I talk to people and I talk to women, like, I say more so women than men, but because when I look at niggas that do that shit, it's like, niggas be more goofy. I think women are more like, they're looking as for, well, I guess everybody go for a certain reason, but when I talk to women that go through that, it's like, certain shit keep happening when you hang with certain people. It's like, yo, you gotta like pay attention to what's happening.
And I did not. Okay. So my thing was this: I always thought that I was that girl that could have multiple sets of friends, because I am that fucking loyal. Okay. Like,
you felt like you knew that you this ain't gonna happen because I know how to handle it.
Right.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
And I always felt like, if I'm friends with her, why can't you be friends with her?
Okay.
not thinking she got her own characteristics, maybe they don't mix.
Yeah.
Because I'm a person that I can float like that.
Yeah.
But I was
All
not
women
blessed.
the same,
Right. And I was not blessed.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell this part, I don't want anybody to think I'm mad at them. I was not blessed with people that understood me as a person like that. And understood the shining light that they had in front of them and the useful resource that they had, because I could have probably took us further too.
Yeah.
Had I played the smarter and knew, you get what I'm saying, different things and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I had friends that would get jealous if I hung with other friends.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Back then, gay stuff wasn't really out in the open. So I was the person who experienced transsexual when I was in the 9th grade. That was 1999. That was unheard of.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had a friend who confided in me and told me that he was a boy.
Okay.
And I didn't know he was a boy. I thought he was a girl.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Already dressing like it, everything. And this is in 1999.
Right.
So let's fast forward to 2004, 5. You get what I'm saying? I'm hanging with the gay crowd. I'm hanging with the straight crowd. These girls from the county, I was friends with them. Because the thing is I moved from the city to the county.
Okay.
So when you do things like that, you have a long list of people that are your friends.
Yeah.
You want to keep your friends. So what I moved, I want to keep my friends.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And bring them out the county sometimes.
You get what I'm saying?
I've been there before.
Yeah, but I wasn't, honestly, I was never blessed to have friends to understand it.
Okay.
So it was just too.
They was real territorial?
I think a lot. Yeah, I think some.
You wasn't though?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I am. Yeah. But at those times too, when we was growing up, we weren't driving and things like that. So it wasn't really like you could really piece them together like that.
Okay.
So when I got in trouble, the set of friends that I had, I thought that it would be great to all meet each other, because why not if y'all all collectively doing things for me?
So you put this together while you was home?
Right, in my mind.
Okay.
I was like, you get what I'm saying? They my friends.
Okay.
I all hang out with them. They all know that I all hang out with each other.
Yeah.
So like, why not all know each other and just have a cordial conversation? If I call this friend and I need to do something, if you can't do it, maybe you can converse with that friend and you can do it. In my mind, that's what I was thinking, because if I was on the outside and I had a friend,
you gonna do whatever.
That's what I would do to conspire everybody together to make it easy for her.
But
you get what I'm saying? It didn't work out. Maybe everybody had another agenda that I never knew. So I'm talking about shit really didn't work out. Like, so one of my friends wore some of my clothes down there to see me one time and thought that I wasn't going to speak up and say nothing because I was there. So when I spoke up about it, I spoke up to a mutual friend of ours. But it wasn't like I was, and it got back. So then I guess she started feeling how she started feeling. So then it just fell apart. And
did anybody step up that you didn't expect to step up?
I had 6 niggas coming in and out that jail, and they all know it today, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck about them. You heard me.
But that was unexpected though? Or?
Hell yeah. One guy was very unexpected. He was a master electrician. It was like he fell in my lap when I was on bail.
Okay.
It was like he fell in my lap. Like he was like obsessed with me, like mesmerized, and I never did nothing with him.
Okay.
And I never felt the need to. So I never did. And maybe that was good.
Yeah.
Because he stuck around the whole 5 years. Like he was the main apple scrape.
Okay.
Like I ain't had to ask my mother for no money.
He held you down.
Or none of that. Like I was sending stuff home. I'm talking about $100 gifts home, computers and clothes for school, Christmases and birthdays. You get what I'm saying? Like a nigga from how you hear niggas saying stuff. I was really doing stuff like this, and I was proud of it. And I'm proud to say it today, because the most average person would crumble. You get what I'm saying? Being in a situation like this, they would crumble. So it's kind of okay to tell somebody, to give them hope. Like, don't give up.
Right.
Like, show you, at the end of the day, my mindset was like this. Okay, I can't be home with my son, but my mindset can show him you can have nothing and you can have everything.
True.
You can still have everything.
Yeah.
We had nothing.
You got to make the best out of your situation.
When I say we had nothing, meaning my mother stepped up, and everybody know this. I appreciate her to this day for that, because she could have let him go into the system. You get what I'm saying? He could have went with his father's mother and everything too, because they are his village. One thing I did was choose a great village for both of my children.
Okay.
You know, and I'm proud to say that, you know, because I wanted to break that cycle of what I didn't have.
And that's important.
Right.
That's important.
So everybody played a major role. I mean, although it was some bumps along the roads with my mother being territorial with him, and I do get it today. Whereas though when it was happening, I didn't get it.
Okay.
But I get it today. And I apologize if the person is watching to that person for my mother not really allowing her to be a part of my son's life.
Okay.
And I think that it had a lot to do because of her sexuality.
Okay.
But I'm going to apologize for my mother.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because that's just not her generation.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it today. And I held some anger too towards this person. Is I expected them to just fight hard and really be there.
Okay.
And they weren't. But I get it.
Okay.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely probably do the same thing and back out of it and things like that. But, you know, like my mother stepped up. My son didn't have to go into the system. So my main thing was, okay, let me, like I said, show him you can have nothing and still have everything. So anybody that knows me from the jail, they're going to be laughing. I loved commissary. That was
you was buying everything in commissary.
And I'm gonna just keep this all the way raw, because you know people come in here and they tell their stories and they be like, "Oh, I went to jail and I ain't
keep it raw.
I ain't do nothing and I ain't do this and I ain't do that." They be doing stuff. I'm not gonna put no names on there from the men's side and the women's side. I've been on the men's side when I was a CO and saw a man chasing a man down with breasts, but he couldn't be placed on the women's side because he still had the penis. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen things like this.
Okay.
And these are the same people that have to come back uptown, and that's fine if that's who you are.
But they don't be true to that when they come
No. You get what I'm saying? Then you'll come home and act like you did your time all big meat, or you went in there and you ain't get high or stuff like that, or you ain't try to pooch or whatever they call it, like the jail wine and all of that stuff. Like, stop, quit playing. Made them trays, and you went back to your room and ate that food on that tea. It's it. You get what I'm saying?
I want to know how was your experience as a quick side, because I want to go into your jail.
Yeah.
So how was it being a CO? Like, because
it was funny shit. I wore, man. Any of my niggas watch.
So you liked it being a CO? You liked it being a CO?
That was the best job to date.
I hear that a lot though, but I always hear the other side of it too. Like,
you hear the other side because you hear the other side from people, foreigners.
Okay.
They are not trained to patiently understand what goes on mentally, or what goes on in Latrobe projects, or what went on in Douglas projects.
You feel like to be a CO, you have to have a street part of you to really
or know someone.
Okay. You gotta know what's up.
Yeah, or you can be thrown in there and be trained. It's easy. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta know something.
You gotta
say that again, because you took the word out my mouth. You get what I'm saying? Okay. And a lot of them, when they come over here, they don't adapt.
And if you bring going in, you fuck.
Well, the thing is they still come. The thing is people have to understand that the reason why they don't adapt is because they still deal with a lot of their values so strongly.
Yeah.
So certain things that these people are doing in the prison, they would never be allowed to do
outside
in their country.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
And so, is a lot of foreign COs?
It was starting to be, so I can imagine it's definitely a lot now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I am proud to say I was not strapped up like a Taliban as a CO. Because you know bitches is strapping up like horses bringing shit in there, not me.
Okay.
One thing I did do was lay the law down and let people know like I'm cool as a whistle. I feel like this is your house today. I'm going to respect you. You respect me. You can do whatever you want. Just don't do nothing that's going to cost me my job.
Okay. They respected that?
Absolutely.
So your whole stint, you was gravy. It wasn't no.
The thing is this: you're supposed to go do all this stuff. Now, if you send me to go do a search, I'm a search, and they knew that. So just hide your stuff where you know you need to hide it at, because you know I'm dumb to that.
Right.
Now you know I ain't that hip.
Yeah.
I'm cool and I'm down, but I ain't that down where I know where to hide it. Now I am, because I had to do my own stay. But when I was the CO, I ain't know to stay.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like certain things that I had even seen them do. This is why I say it was definitely the vision. Like the stingers, how they know how to make the electrical thing to heat up their food and all that stuff.
Okay.
Women don't know how to do that. A lot of women don't know how to do that stuff. And like you was like a hardcore dyke on the outside.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And you was always a boy, so you know how to mix the mess with electrical stuff.
Yeah.
But the average girly girl going to prison is not going to know how to.
So how you feel about a lot of CEOs that get arrested for doing illegal shit? Do you feel like they just like they doing too much, or it's like it's enticing?
It is very enticing.
Okay.
I mean, I can sit here and lie.
You got discipline.
It's enticing.
Yeah.
It's very enticing.
I can imagine they throwing a
I
lot
had a
of
fucking
paper.
boyfriend from there. Niggas know what's
That
up.
you met in there?
EV and them know what's up. Fuck they getting full.
You met him in the joint?
See my nigga party. You heard me.
Yeah.
Waiting for my nigga outside my job gate.
And when you was a CEO?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
EV.
Right.
You heard. That's why that man said she got a story.
Okay.
I took, ain't this cruddy? This
No.
why I said I ain't had a conscience.
Yeah.
You
But
heard me?
you was young.
No, but see, this the thing. I was having too much money coming in. I was a CO. I was a CNA GNA.
That's all.
That was
Okay.
CNA GNA before people was even CNA
Okay,
GNA.
okay.
So back in the day,
You was up.
2004 and 5 and
You
6
getting
and
all
all
that
that,
money.
$25 an hour.
Yeah.
Come on now.
You was having your way.
You heard. Driving German, drinking French, and rocking Italian.
So look. So you feel like now that you saying all that, you felt untouchable. You felt
Very
like
much
none of this
so.
would happen.
Yes.
So when
Yes.
you go into the prison and you locked up.
So you said the people who took care of me, right? Not
Yeah.
to cut you off.
Yeah.
I took care of them prisoners.
Okay.
When I got my time, they took care of me.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Cause when I got my time, them niggas was coming home,
And they know what's up.
and them niggas took care of me.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay. That's
You
all
heard
that matters.
me.
They return that
Them
favor.
niggas
They
took care of
return
me.
that. That's what's
I
up.
ain't had to break
That's
no
how you
law
supposed
for
to
them
do.
niggas.
Okay.
I ain't had to do none of that. It
That's
was like,
solid.
damn, I fuck with Shorty.
That's solid.
She a real person. I hate that it happened to the other baby girl.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sympathizing with that, but
Yeah.
I do know her personally.
Right.
And I know that was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I also feel like that was God as well, too,
Mhm.
to let people know that I'm not as bad as you trying to make me out to be.
Okay.
Because I am a firm believer that when a person has a black cloud over them and it's just raining,
Mhm.
and I mean, because my shit was cloudy and raining,
Mhm.
but it wasn't never real dark.
Okay. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
You
When
can
a
get through
person real dark,
Yeah.
you just be like, what is wrong with that person? Like,
Some
they
fucked
just
up
fucked up.
individual.
They don't got
Yeah.
nobody. Like, you hear me say I lost
Yeah.
friends, I lost family members, but look how much more I gained, though.
Right.
I gained who I am as a person.
It
That's
could've
the
been a lot
biggest
worse.
fucking thing in life, the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people never tap into who they are as people
Yeah.
because they too busy worrying about what the next person thinks of them. You
They
get
ain't
what I'm
gonna
saying?
They ain't gonna never change.
Yeah. Some people never tap into owning up to anything
Mm-hmm.
because they never were held up to the table to have to do.
Right.
To say today that I don't have to have a crutch
Yeah.
besides whoever is upstairs,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's beautiful.
You get what I'm
That's
saying?
beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is like priceless.
Yeah. You can't
So
pay for that.
yeah,
Can't
so
pay for that.
leaving it, being a CO, and then going into prison, it was awkward.
Okay.
The first time I walked into the cafeteria, I was like, "What the fuck?
Did you know anybody there?
Hell yeah!"
Oh,
They
for
was
real?
like, "TT," and I'm all thinking I'm a cornball because I'm thinking I'm above these people.
Okay.
So I'm like, no one would know me here.
So it's people from uptown that was
What? One of my homegirls pulled me to the side and was like, "What are you doing here? First of all, how about like 4 COs I know personally that was working there, and they never broke no law. They never did nothing. They never treated me no differently. They just knew me personally. So I know they sympathize.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they was like, what are you doing? You get what I'm saying? Like, so I tried. So in the women's jail, just like the men's jail, over anybody been at the pen, the men's pen, street side and yard side before they changed it all up how it is now. So the women have blocks and A blocks or Delta blocks and stuff like that. So the buildings is where the upstage bougie people live at, where you get to a certain level, you can come and go as you please. So, you know, I'ma just put this out there because I'm this motherfucking real. You heard me? And prison taught me how to move mountains without having to move a finger.
Okay.
They was some cruddy niggas and bitches in there. You hear me?
Yeah.
They was worse than what I could ever imagine to ever be around. Can you imagine coming to work one day and you walk past your dad?
Oh shit.
I came to work one day and my dad was there.
Wow. When you was a CO?
Has anybody ever came and been that raw?
Oh yeah, that's different. That's different. My father was locked up with my brother though.
But they wasn't a CO and the inmate.
No, it wasn't a CO.
It's okay to be together. You get what I'm saying?
Dang.
But
you got a relationship with your father?
A little bit.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It was really shell shocking.
Okay.
And then he is. I'm gonna keep it real. He's one of those parents that people talk about where you like, damn, let her live her life, and you had your generation, she and her generation. Because in his mindset, it's like, oh, you're a CO, you the police. No, the fuck, I'm not.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And in any perspective, that goes on a lot in the city right now. And that's why a lot of kids never get to make it to the military, is they think the military is set up for the white man.
Okay.
When really today, even me, I thought that. When really today, I know more about the military than ever because of the clientele that I have achieved.
Okay.
You go to the military and you become what you want.
Yeah.
So by the time you turn fucking 35, like today, you could be retired
Benefits.
and go to school full time for the rest of your life and get pointless degrees, but you're getting a whole paycheck just because you're waking up taking one course a day.
Right. Yeah.
How cool is that?
The benefits outweigh that.
But will we know that in the city? Because what are we taught? Don't sign up for the military.
Yeah, old school.
That's why I'm telling this story. Stop listening.
Right.
And do your own thing.
Do your own thing.
That was the best thing for me.
Right.
To do my own thing. I said, fuck what my family thought. Fuck what people thought that was my friends. Fuck what people thought in the corporate world when I get there. You get what I'm saying? Let's keep this real. When I gave my time back, I gave my time back on a modification. When I came in the courtroom, I came in there and I asked, I gave the judge the definition of the awarded state. This is how I am winning today. The judge told me I was the first person to ever come in there and tell him what that meant. So I must meant business. Okay. I was the first person to get released from the courthouse in 7 years.
Damn.
Most people have to go back to the jail and be released. I got released on
right
the
there.
spot.
Okay, that's just.
They tried to set me up for failure. They cut my ID up. You get what I'm saying and all that stuff. But I got released.
Why they do that?
Immediately.
Baiting.
Yeah, the COs.
They jealous.
I think a lot of them harbor your crime and don't know you.
Okay.
Some people that don't, that have their job just for a job, but they never adapted, like you said.
Okay.
So they harbor what they know about you, and it is what it is. That's just like
making
anything.
it personal ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Right. You get what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay.
So being in jail was fine. I'm not about to say act like it was all bad. It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun, but you also have to realize that you have to grow the fuck up.
What was fun about it?
I got high.
You was still smoking before you went in?
Yeah.
Okay. And
but no, I took pills in there. I ain't about to sit here and lie.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Because the women's jail is not cut out like the men. The men can do all that shit in the open and probably get away with it. The women, they want to lock you up, argue with you, fuss you with you. You got to remember, it's women and women. Coochies and coochies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Angry and the egos and you get what I'm saying and all this stuff. So it just be more intense.
So how is, let me ask you
don't get to do a lot more.
So listen, it's a lot of menstrual cycles going on at one time.
Very much so, and it stinks.
It's not. But I'm saying attitude wise, like it
is horrible. Like you got
ain't no escaping it.
No, and that's how I'm able to be where I am today because I was around 900 different characteristics.
Right.
You know, like I said, they taught me how to move mountains without moving mountains.
Okay.
So I took a little piece from everybody.
Gotcha.
I took a little piece from what you call your junkies. I took a little piece from your hippies. I took a little piece from your serious ones. You like, what the fuck I she did? You know who was my good friend? Brittany Norwood. The girl with the Lululemon store killing. That chopped that girl up 350 something times.
Damn.
In Silver Spring, Cherry Chase. You don't remember that?
That name sounds so familiar.
The little black girl, cute.
What happened?
She stabbed the little white girl up 300 and something times and staged like the store got broken into and sodomized herself and all that.
Damn.
Now, mind you, we watching the TV, so we know she coming. But when she come, you like, is this bitch?
She was normal.
Very.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this:
Mm.
you knew that she belonged there.
Okay.
She knew how to work the jail too fast.
Okay.
Whereas though I had been there for years and I still didn't know certain things how to do it, and I was still scared to do certain things. This bitch was never scared.
Manipulative.
She,
Right.
but
yeah.
that's not who I know.
Right. Right.
That's not who she has approached me as.
Okay.
Do I think she would kill me if she has to change? Fuck yeah.
Mm. Wow.
But do I still trust her on the flip side? Yeah.
Okay.
Because we ain't crossing into the waters.
So let me ask you this. Now that you're saying that, from a psychology point, right? Like going in, I'm sure 21, you ain't thinking this, but going in and you experiencing all this stuff, do you think that the way you look at people now, like how you just said that, you said that to somebody about that girl, they're probably like, well, you crazy as shit believing, like trusting this girl. She did this, did that. So now, when you look at people from a one-on-one perspective, because I, like for instance, I'll put this as an example. When I was one of my jobs that I had when I graduated college was working at autistic school, autistic kids, right? And I learned going through that and working with kids, like I worked with a lot of kids in different aspects. And when I learned about, especially with autistic kids, like and then I had my own experiences in life, period. And now I kind of look at people as like, I don't really call people crazy anymore because everything is like, I know that it's always something. It's not crazy. You might not get it, but people are not really crazy. It's like, it's always a reason behind why somebody is the way they are.
Yeah.
So when you experience this,
they just have to snap out of that reason.
Right. So experiencing all these type of different people and these experiences, do you feel like you look at people differently now?
Very much so. I feel like I am more prone to read a person right on point. Mm. I feel like that's why my business has been successful after the fact, because whatever my aura is, those type of people feel that and they're drawn in.
Okay.
And those are the people that typically are afraid to go to their friends and family, like how I just said today. I'm like totally raw and this and that. So meeting a stranger typically feels comfortable.
Okay.
Okay.
But back in the day, you wouldn't have felt like that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And being from here, you don't really.
But that's why I said that's my calling.
Yeah.
Because God knows that I'm not gonna go through college to get that degree to become what I'm already doing.
Right.
Just naturally.
Okay. Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So going through everything has definitely tapped me into my purpose, my calling.
Yeah.
And makes me into having fun with it too.
Yeah.
And I wish this for everybody. And that's why I'm telling this story, because you can live a free life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still got
and everybody
bills
experience won't be that we could go through the same thing, but I might not get the same thing you'll get. It always
everybody's experience is different. But when I say live a free life, like, oh my God, it's so free. You know, you have no care, no worry. You know, you open to a lot of things, which opens you to more opportunities, to better things. I feel like you never really have you never really have a lot of hiccups anymore.
Okay.
Because you are more open, more prone to things and things like that. Now, being in the prison was vicious though, because if this a vicious girl, she'll cut you like a sharp knife without even having to touch you. Was
you getting into it with a lot of women?
I would get into it with some people, but not much.
All right. Wasn't nothing like serious.
I did it so when I said that was definitely God preparing me for what I was getting ready to go through. In the men's system, the more serious people, OGs or whatever you want to call them, don't really speak.
Okay.
They really observe a lot.
Yeah.
They speak to who they need to speak to.
You pick that up.
And they deal with who they want to deal with.
Yeah.
They are not, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, they are not affiliated with any type of organization whatsoever. But you do know that if you played with them, they will play back. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to have your few that's going to play with you, that's life. But those are the ones that you call that you said, well, we ain't gonna call them crazy, but we know something happened to them.
Yeah.
Nothing has really happened to them yet, so they don't really get it.
Right.
So why would they not play with me?
Right.
They ain't never been knocked upside the head.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That, and that's when it's going. They
right.
Keep doing
when you
that.
get knocked upside your head, or when niggas get shot up and stuff like that, them niggas don't go out here and play with them niggas like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas be calm and cool.
Exactly.
You hear what I'm telling you?
Lesson.
So if everybody would think like that, you wouldn't even react.
Right.
Even me.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have thought like that, I wouldn't have reacted to so many things that led me down to that path.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Experience got you on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So being inside the men's system, it taught me to really control what you wanted to control.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can control that in prison, why you can't control it in life?
Right.
On the streets.
Right.
So it was basically giving me a chance,
mm-hmm.
what the average person don't get to do on the street. So I took it as a favor, and thank you, Jesus, that I got the chance to do this. The head is break, because when do you have breaks?
Right.
And you live.
Right. Yeah.
When you break, you in the
you
ground.
Gotta cherish that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most people go through what I'm going through. They so angry at the system. They so mad because they calling home. They can't get a money order, this and that. They not focused on what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But see, he has set up all the obstacles out my way.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas was coming in and out them doors, visiting me, buying me stuff, doing all types of stuff for me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What? That was nothing but God.
Right.
Cause I ain't had no bitches in place. They all said fuck me.
They was the women on you in the jail though?
Yeah.
They was pressing.
I didn't turn dyke until 3 years later.
Okay.
But we gonna get there. Yeah, I ain't turned dyke. I held on as long as I could. But yeah.
So that part of the game, like you, that is like it wears on you at a certain point. Like
no, I don't think it wear on you. I could have definitely probably did the whole time.
Okay.
I just wanted to have fun. I was bored. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
it's bad. It's shit. It's better. I'd rather be bored than scared. So.
Yeah. No. Like it's not like that on the women's side.
Okay.
Like more so, a lot of the fights and stuff come from them sucking on each other, and then now they mad.
Okay.
Jealous, territorial.
Relationships.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit. So like I was the type of person, like I'm telling you, I would take these pills called Neurotics. They like Percocets, but they don't give you no itch.
Okay.
And they don't make you know it.
Okay.
But you just zone out. For me, it balanced me out. I think that's the only reason why I got through my prison time. Because I was able to secretly do that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? They come piss test me, it ain't gonna come up in my piss.
Oh, that's a perfect
You
drug.
get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
ain't no side effects on it?
Right. So I would have my sunglasses on, go outside in the yard. You know, when I learned this, and that's what I'm saying, remember I said I took a piece from each person?
Yeah.
So I learned this from the junkies.
Okay.
You sit in the heat, and it gets you higher.
Okay.
So I would have my glasses on and sit in the sun.
Niggas become scientists.
And have a ball. You hear me?
Yeah.
Go back in my room and put that fan on me and be out like a light with them snacks. You hear me?
How was your
My roommates was cool mostly the whole time. I did have some that got on my nerves and stuff like that, but one lady.
Dorm or you had a cell?
I was in a dorm setting at one time, but the dorm setting still just had 2 people to a cell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but when you at the place before you get your time was a dorm setting just wide open. Now that was ruthless.
Okay.
That was ruthless over there.
That was
dirty. It was nasty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got in the fights over there.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I did a lot of lock time over there.
Okay.
And I'm talking about 23 and 1.
Oh shit! How was that?
Torture.
You drive yourself crazy, you know that?
No, you know what I started doing? I got curious about the Bible.
Okay. Started reading.
I started reading the Bible, and day by day I would read like a Proverbs, and it would keep me strong.
Okay.
Because it was just them walls.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't see nobody.
Yeah.
Then you only get that 1 hour. You gotta get your shower. You gotta cook your food. You gotta call home. You get what I'm saying?
How long was you on that?
For months.
That's the one thing about
maybe about like 5 months.
That's the one thing about prison that I feel is like the most craziest thing is like to really have somebody in solitary for 23 hours for months and years is just insane.
They do it. And it's designed, that's why I said it's designed to break you.
Yeah.
But that's where I became more aware of my strength.
Okay.
It was like you gonna let your brain die off like this, or you going to strengthen it.
Right.
So even though who really, like, at that age is deciding, like, let me pick a Bible up.
Yeah.
I picked it up because that was what was there.
Uh-huh.
But it did give me hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because instead of interpreting it in a spiritual way, I interpreted it into my situation.
Okay.
To look for a light at the tunnel.
Okay.
Because I do believe when you're going through an illness or you're going through something traumatic in life or anything, when you hold on to that light, that's how you defeat it and you overcome it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was the only reason I think that I was able to hold on and I was able to have a poker face how I did and stuff like that. But it was perceived like, oh, she don't care.
Yeah.
And this and that, when really, yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to build my own self up
right.
so that I can get through this. But it was a battle and it was definitely a fight. So, I fought to give, so none of my appeals got approved. So that's why I did the modification. I only got play because they gave my co-defendant play.
What's play?
Took her back to court and took some time back. Now, this is how the system is designed. The heavier your charges are, the more play you'll probably get going back to court.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This how cruddy the system is. I had beat everything down to the assault hold 25 years. And that's what they rock me at.
So how was you feeling after that?
I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Because the person that I had caught the case with had very serious charges to me.
Yeah.
I don't care what they said, who did what.
Right.
We talking about what the papers say.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that was a setup.
Yeah.
How could I have 5 years less than what you saying this person did that was so worse?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Uh-huh.
And I had to digest that, and that's how I was able to, like, separate the anger and things like that. You had to. Because if not, you focus too much on that, then you lose yourself. You know? I had to own up to, you still play the part.
Yeah.
It could have been life. It could have been life. So because she had the heavier charge. Now, me getting that helped her get what she got, which was serious, but not as serious.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And then what she had later helped me because it's set up like that. The more serious the charges, you can get to have an appeal and things like that. But when she went back and gave her time back, she didn't have enough time in for what they gave back. So she had to come back and finish time. Whereas though me, I said not one thing to one person inside the jail, and I ain't telling not one person at home. I got rid of all them niggas a year before I came home. Because I was like, I don't owe nobody nothing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I got up that morning, I believe, welcome back by Jeezy.
Right.
Something in my spirit. I had never left the jail in 5 years. I think I did 3 years at Patuxent, and then I did 2 years down the cut. You get what I'm saying? But I never left the jail for like no appointments or nothing.
Okay.
So this morning I'm getting up. People like, where you going in? I'm like, oh, I got a dentist appointment. Lying.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to court, but I don't want to tell nobody.
Right,
I don't even want them to suspect me. Because me and her are not even friends. She ain't tell me when she went to court. So to watch this.
Right.
Because the power of God, he always going to come through.
Yeah.
He came through with the $500,000 bill and I walked about that mud going, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now he can ready to spin your head again. So that's what he did. I got released from the courthouse. So I never packed up.
Okay.
So all my shit got rummaged through, sold in there, and I ain't care.
Okay.
Whatever anybody needed to help themselves.
You sleep.
Whatever.
You sleep. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like coming home, it was hard. This is the part where it gets tricky, where you really gotta have your faith. Everything that's set up out there as far as resources is so outdated. It's so old. Yeah. And they got so many stipulations. Now, you heard me say I gave my time back, right? But I still had 5 years probation. So you would still consider me a ward of the state, right? Yeah. Not so to a program. Okay. So when I went to go try to get like help for housing or help for a program that can help me do housing, it was like, I was like, bam, 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 bam. I was about to lose my mind. You know, then I'm beefing with my mother. I can't stay there. You know, I'm feeling like a failure. I got my son I want to take care of like how I'm normally used to taking care of him. I got all this stuff on my back. I'm feeling like I don't know if I'm going to end up back in jail. So I wound up writing Obama. Okay. He brought me back.
Oh, that's what's up.
This is when I realized you cannot be angry. You got to figure shit out. Yeah. He sent me the same information that I was getting here in Maryland. Okay. But at least they sent me a package. Yeah. He didn't ignore me. Right. I don't know if it was personally him, but his team.
Something happened.
It came from the White House, and I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I okay, thank you, I accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for me to really do my own research. So I wrote my judge back and said, look, I don't know if people do this, but I need help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go back to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot find a fucking job. Can you take these charges off of me?
Right.
Nobody will give me a job.
Uh-huh.
How do you expect me to do anything and not become this statistic and you got this on me? Now, you heard me say he only let me go because I told him about the water of the state, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm really getting ready to rock his head.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, calls me back up in court. He says, if you do good for a year on the street, I'm going to call you back up and I'm going to put your charges to a PBJ.
Okay.
Which is a
probation before judgment.
Which turns to nothing.
Yeah.
After whatever the time, which makes it like I never even hit a record.
Okay. And that's what happened?
He did it.
That's what's up.
So after all of that stuff,
yeah.
I fought. I went back to court. So people that don't know, like, this has been a long fight.
Right.
Coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I fought to get the dignity back that you want to have as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I fought to get a business.
Mm-hmm.
I fought to repent with God because I was involved in something that was serious.
Mm-hmm.
I fought with understanding that people will always have their opinions and different stories and understanding that they don't matter. I fought with this person want to be friends with me and then want to still be friends with this co-defendant and think they can do stuff like that when, like, no, you can't do that.
Right.
I need a peace of mind.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just fought with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Understanding me as a woman.
And it was all worth it.
It was so worth it. Today it is so worth it.
Right.
So today I have a baby. He's 3.5 months and his name is Cruz.
Okay.
I named him Cruz because even though it sounds like a tumultuous story, it's been a cruise.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Congratulations on that.
It's been crazy though. Yeah. It's been real crazy.
That's a tight story for that name.
Like it has been crazy.
Yeah.
It has been crazy.
Right.
It's been real crazy. Like I have been driving without a license because, like I said, they cut my license, my ID out. So it took me almost like 8 months to get an ID. Then I couldn't pass the license test. I had to do everything all over again.
Yeah,
I ended up in Silver Springs, starting out there. You get what I'm saying? I don't know these people. I took a chance.
Yeah.
That helped me to get me where I am today with my career. Taking that chance just to go out there and do it. The main thing is I didn't let the system tell me what they had for me. I told the system what I wanted and I went after it.
And that's all that
But what you have to do is understand terminology.
Yeah.
If you just take a second and you educate yourself with the terminology of those big words that they try to use on us, you'll see how small they really are and how you can use it back. Basically, the system is set up for you not to understand that it's a give or take. The water state means this: jail time or probation time. If you have it, if you're doing good and you ask for something, you should get it.
Right.
But the average person
don't do that. They don't follow up. They don't do none of what they can do to extra work. And they expect that. They don't expect people to do that.
Right. So when I said that to him, it was a give or take thing.
Yeah.
I did all this time. I ain't asked him to call me up for court to even do a modification. I wrote him a letter and said, look, the main thing that the judge said to me, if you act like a duck, quack like a duck, it is a duck. You need rehabilitation. It stuck with me. I said, I have been here for 5 years. I think I'm rehabilitated. I did 3 years strenuous therapy because they did at least offer that at Patuxent.
Okay.
I said, I don't know if I have to do 4 or 5 more years, even 7, because remember I said 12.
Yeah.
To get to the deadline, if I will be able to be broken down, because that's what the fuck is going to happen. I am around all this turmoil, all this negative energy, all this temptation, all this stuff. And not saying that I can't be around it. But what I'm saying is I don't have an outlet like the actual world does. You get what I'm saying? So don't leave me to sit here to rot. Give me a chance to show you that I have done what you have asked of me. So it's the give or take.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I got what I asked for.
Right.
But I had to give a year on the street. I did the year on the street. I gave that back. It's still a process. You know, like I was scared to come out and go to nursing school because I felt like I don't know if I get to the finish line, are they going to ask me about my record? Okay. So that's how I ended up going back into hair. You get what what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I feel comfortable
Yeah.
if I decided to go back to do that, because I know that I now can say, well, I went back to court and did this and X, Y, Z, and probably will win the case to be able to beat it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I hope that this has helped someone.
Me too.
You can go through
I know it will.
a bunch of friends. You can lose a bunch of friends. You can lose family members. You can lose anything in life, but I just say don't lose you. There are things in front of you in life that God will send to you as signs. You just have to pick up on it. Don't be afraid to tap into your emotional side. Don't be afraid to show your emotions, because you never know who can help you out. That was my problem too. I never really wanted to be emotional. So who can help me?
Right.
Because you always act like you got it together. When I started acting like I needed the help, God started overpouring the people that I needed to help me. Also inside the prison, a lifer is who got me to, you get Alethea Murdoch. You get what I'm saying? It's who got me to write that letter. Because I was just sitting there doing the time.
Yeah.
And she was like, you got too much life to live. This is what you need to do. But if I was the old me and all grumpy and don't want to be open to meeting a new person, I would have never even listened to that lady, because I would have been like, fuck her, she got life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just be open, be direct. Don't be afraid to tell your story. My story has gotten me into some amazing doors. And most people don't want to share their story because they're afraid. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that this, people do tell me that. I know we jumped all over the place. That's because we really didn't have a lot of time. Yeah. But I hope that you did take some key points from it. You get what I'm saying? And do what is necessary, because you can live a good life. Yeah. I work 3 days a week.
Okay. You
get what I'm saying? Yeah. I work for myself. Yeah. I'm raising 2 beautiful kids. One's getting ready to graduate, go to college, and then I got a newborn.
That's what's up.
You get what I'm saying? After all of that, you know, like, thank you, Jesus.
It's still a way.
Right.
So we never give up.
My whole point. And my reason for telling, like, I want to get into other things too, like fundraisers and giving back and things like that. It's just a time process. It's all going to come when it's supposed to come.
Absolutely.
So I hope that you were helped. And
I know you did. I know you did. And I appreciate you. I still got a lot more questions for you. Like you said, we pressed for time. So we definitely, if you're willing to, we can run this back. Yeah. Part 2. Because I got a lot more questions. Like, I want to know how your relationship with your son got and all that. Like, I just want to know a whole lot. Because a lot of people that, families and individuals that go through the system with a parent being locked up, it's two sides of that.
It was horrible.
It's 2 sides. And I know, I want you to save it though.
No, I'm going to just say it was horrible. Okay. It was a horrible thing, and it was a blessing. Right. I hope that it teaches him how to, like I said, have nothing but still have everything. I hope that it teaches him that you're going to have bruises in life, but you have to keep pushing. I hope that it gives him the strength of the greatest warrior animal that's out there.
I know it did.
You get what I'm saying? To be able to press forward. I think that right now, because of his generation, I think all of our children are battling with what's good and what's bad. Because Instagram make it look good and make it look fun. You get what I'm saying? So you just hope that what you're teaching instills in your child and it comes to light for you. Right. So but part 2 we'll talk about how it impacted me. I just recently didn't have a relationship with my mom for years. Okay. So definitely, you get what I'm saying? Because people don't want to tap into that. Like, it really fucked up a lot of stuff. It really challenged me with a lot of things, but you gotta stay focused and
keep pushing. Keep pushing. Yeah. So with that being said, I appreciate you sharing this, because I know it's going to help a lot of people, and I definitely want to finish this event. And I thank you for reaching out to me, because I definitely want to help as many people. I want to share as many people's stories as possible. So appreciate you, and I appreciate it. And if anybody got any concerns and want to reach out, they can reach you at your page.
I'm on Instagram at Savvy Chic, SAVYY_CHIC. Okay. Yeah.
And just check us out, subscribe, and I thank you again. And we want to definitely do a part 2.
We got to, because it's really, like, my reason for telling it too was so that you can understand, like, you go through so much that people don't talk about. All you really go through when you go through prison. Like, I told that part, but like the deepest part and the most tumultuous part was when I came home. Right. And that's what what you faced with, and how you want to be a parent, and then you can't really be a parent. How it affects your relationship with your parents, because now they look at you like that person that you never was. You get like, fuck the system and what I said I had to fight. That's just the small part. You get what I'm saying? The biggest part is the people who are around you every day that can affect how you feel every day.
So important.
You get what I'm saying?
So
and when you really gotta put the work. Is she my friend? Is he my friend? Do I need to be here? Do I need to be there? And use what you have now worked your way up to. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you.
With that being said, we out. We Need Answers podcast. Please check this out. Send it to anybody. Share it. It's definitely important and interesting in every kind of. It's a great story. So check it out.
Because nobody thinks women go to prison.
Yeah.
You don't think of it.
Yeah.
It's not designed.
Yeah.
So my story was, our crime was so big that it hit the city that it was like, not them two pretty girls.
I cut it out.
No, you fine.
All right, we need
to be polite.
No, you fine. You fine.
I don't want to be like.